Depot tools to victory for the day?
Well, Matt Schaub, the quarterback, has got a real target in Andre Johnson. You can argue that this might be the best receiver in football. He is really a load, and a load that's going to fall squarely onto the shoulders of Darrelle Revis. Their matchup today, highly anticipated. Revis Island has a big-time visitor this weekend.
They need big plays from big play wide receiver Andre Johnson. The big-time matchup on the outside in the secondary. Andre Johnson will be shadowed most of the time by cornerback Darrelle Revis. 2nd and 3, Shaw. Quick pass out here to Andre Johnson, and Johnson barely across the 30 to the 31-yard line.
Well, one of the things the Texans are going to want to do is just not split Andre Johnson out to one side or another and make him an easy target for Darrelle Revis. Look for a lot of motion. A lot of times he's going to be in the slot, bunch formations. They're going to do a lot of things to try to help number 80 there lose number 24. Opponents will start from inside their 5. Good job.
Shaw out of his own end zone, down this near sideline for Andre Johnson, and it's incomplete with Revis covering him all the way.
Well, Matt Schaub told us that if I see 80 and 24 and 24 is on him, I just got to trust my guy to make a play. But that stutter move by Andre Johnson doesn't fool Darrelle Revis at all. And even if he was able to catch that, that would have been out of bounds. Revis defended the field of play completely.
You got to love Rex Ryan's sense of humor, talking about how people don't throw at Revis anymore. He says they know the answer to the test. Shaw on 2nd and 5, and again Foster, left side, turns the corner, has a first down up the sideline.
He rounds the corner, and right there he kind of, you see him hit.
Houston. Foster again. Dips to the outside, inside it's 30 to the... And again, Andre Johnson, 1 catch for 2 yards here in the first half.
And it's been mostly with Darrelle Revis covering, but as we saw, on that Walter catch, that was Revis in coverage there. It hasn't been exclusive, but it's been 98% of the time.
Shaw. That one is complete across the 35 to about the 37-yard line to Johnson. And a timeout is called and stop the clock with 38 seconds. And the clock continuing to move. I think we'll put a couple of seconds back on the clock.
And talking to Rex Ryan and asking him about Darrelle Revis, and is he all the way back to what he was last year? And he said, yes, absolutely. He had the problems early in the season with the bad leg and some awkward moments there after the holdout and injury, but he is now, he said, he is 100%, and he is technically back to where he was last year.
And there's no doubt this week Rex Ryan was looking to light a fire under his team, because especially the defense, he just wasn't happy with the way they've been playing.
No, even though statistically they're the 5th best defense in the NFL, but Rex,
not good enough.
No, Rex said, I guarantee you, we will finish the year, we will get to number 1. That's the challenge I laid out.
3rd and 5. Shaw with time, running out of time now, on the move and throws, and caught by Johnson for the 42-yard line. And that would appear, let's see if that's enough for the first down.
Boy, it was
timeout call to stop the clock.
Yeah, right at the marker, and now the spot looks like it is awfully close.
This
nice
is a
job
pretty good pitch and catch.
No kidding. Look at that fingertip grab by Andre Johnson. He couldn't even corral it with his fingertips. He had to actually flick it back toward himself, and then he was able to make the catch. That was beautiful. A lot of times going up in smoke.
Shaw stepping up, throwing, incomplete. And that'll stop the clock with 1 second to play, intended for Johnson. And Revis right there with him.
They should have used the timeout and not burned this much time off the clock. Schaub misjudged how long it was going to take to get his team to the line of scrimmage. And here you are now with 1 second left on the clock and 1 timeout that you didn't get a chance to use.
Boy, and on that last play, Andre Johnson flanked out to the near side of the field, had double coverage, and Andre says, double coverage isn't all that unfamiliar to me.
No, as in like every down. And he goes, I know even when Revis is locked up You know, and it's single coverage. It's single coverage, and more often than not, there is a safety over the top, whether they want to admit it or not.
3rd and 4. Schaub with time over the middle, too low, intended for Andre Johnson coming across the middle.
And still, Andre Johnson being held and limited by the Jets here to 3 receptions for a grand total of 12 yards.
With 17 unanswered points, Matt Schaub goes back to work on offense with time. Going to throw down this near sideline and tipped by Jim Leonard. Pass intended for Andre Johnson.
Boy, there's a situation where 5'8" Jim Leonard wishes he was 6'2", because he tried to get up there on that thing.
Throwing for the end zone down the sideline, and an incomplete, knocked down by Revis, intended for Andre Johnson.
And Jim Leonard over there as well, but that's the confidence that Matt Schaub has in Andre Johnson. There he is, locked up one-on-one. Darrelle Revis turning around, trying to find the football. That's one of Darrelle Revis' strengths. Look at him looking at the football. You can't tell right there who's the receiver and who's the defender.
Andre Johnson never had a step on the defense.
No. So many corners you see, they don't know where the football is. That was textbook.
Sanchez, corner of the end zone. Schaub gonna launch one deep down the middle of the field, and it is picked off by Braylon Edwards. No, it's incomplete. It doesn't matter. This game is over. The New York Jets have come from behind to win it, 30-27.